Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of... Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington Redskins and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready? Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Go. Mike, 53.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now it's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Big stop. Let's go. Alert 3.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 41.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Redskins.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, deep, tighten up.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Able to find his running back, Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Out to the left, it's complete to Dykson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Waiting! 81. Pick it up. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Five. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? Give me some.
From the gun, it's Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 68 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This will be taken short.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play action. Haskins on the move to his left. Incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Third down, here's Haskins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double dog, that's the way.
This is Howard on 2nd down. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
You better be afraid of me.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Crunch time, defense. Kill. Mike 56, Mike 56. No gain on this, defense. 56.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. 14.
Redskins nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch the safety creep. Out. Switch.
On the draw, they go to Geis. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go now. Get your money. Come on, boy. Try. You got to be ready. Don't be scared.
They go play action now. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, it's Geis. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 15-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Well, a design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This fielded at the 2.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You ain't doing nothing today. Watch safety creep. Straight 15. Straight 15.
From the gun, they run with Smallwood. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Redskins take over first and 10
baby, let's go.
at their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Haskins. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Wild Bill.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A final shot before half for Wentz. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7.
Play 56. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Now Wentz. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Jonathan Allen showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
56.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. Haskins flushed out right. And his pass incomplete.
Haskins on the keeper. Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Hey, motion. 53 to Mike.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tempt to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Here's 74, 74.
56. Mike's 50.
Hey, Haywood.
Wentz going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally down at the 32-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56, right there, 56.
Running from the gun with Howard. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 28-yard line.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Howard. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Waiting.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run with Smallwood. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Redskins 3. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, it's Haskins. He's going to wind up in air, and this will be caught at the 30. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Redskins on the keeper. Throwaway and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Go. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike 53. Mike 53. Mike, let's go.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Looking downfield for Dez. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And these guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart. Couple of first downs.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They've had mistake-free football prior. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
53's the mark.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
From the gun, Haskins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
They're running it. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
It's a turnover on downs.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Big run here in the fourth as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offensive coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Here we go. 180.
It's our time. It's our time.
On play action, Wentz. And he fires one incomplete.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back. I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And Elliott puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken very short.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Steps away to his left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. And that takes us from second to third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Check 24, check 24. 22, check over. 22.
Fourth down, here's Haskins. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Malik Jackson, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now Howard. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 21.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Geis. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down, Redskins.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Haskins on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Not to that. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Let's get the ball.
To throw again. Haskins. Flushed out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing again. Here's Haskins. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? They're going on 4th down. Haskins. That's to his running back, complete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles defense able to hold. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.